2, 1. Whoa.
So, Chris Rock just got slapped in the fucking face by Will Smith on the Oscars today. And I'm sorry that this is late for everybody because this happened like a week ago. But today, that's what happened. And I want to know how you guys are feeling.
I'm conflicted because, like, I don't get the joke. Or at least I didn't get the joke at first.
Right.
The whole G.I. Jane thing. I think Will Smith handled it very poorly. If he had a serious, like, issue with the joke, like, talking to him afterwards would have been the better call. I felt like he really just, like, turned that night into, like, a hostile night for, like...
Yeah, he, like, put a downer on the whole thing.
And then he won the award, too.
Yeah.
Which I imagine was awkward.
That really does kind of add insult to injury, which I think is funny in a sense.
Yeah.
He definitely did turn down, like, a big night for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely a time and a place.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, you got to stand up for the people you love. And so I'm also conflicted.
I feel I understand that. And, like, I definitely think that you have to stand up for the people that you love, but there's a way to do it. And I feel like just going straight to, like, violence like that, completely unnecessary. Like,
right. It's true.
Again, like, just talking and expressing your feelings rather than just outright slapping a guy. But then again, I also don't know what Will Smith is going through. Like, I know the whole thing about his wife cheating on him, or I don't know, I guess they have had an open marriage for a while. I don't know the whole story, I guess.
I didn't even know any of that until today.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I didn't until today either. But
right.
I'm totally on Chris Rock's side. That was pretty fucking uncool. Like, it's a joke.
Yeah.
First of all.
Yeah.
And you can literally see him laughing at the joke and his wife getting pissed. And then, like, not only does he go up there and hit him, but then he, like, screams at him and makes, like, a fucking, like, nightmare scene.
Yeah.
Like, it was just handled so uncoolly, and it felt like he was just trying to make a dramatic thing happen.
Mm-hmm. He could have made it funny if he just, like, gave him, like, a smack on the face, you know, like, just a little, like, pa, you know. Yeah. And then, like, laughed it off, like, ah, ha, ha. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like made, like, a joking threat or, like kind of more casual. Something more casual than
anything more casual, honestly. Yeah. And, like, Chris Rock handled it like a fucking professional.
He truly did.
Yeah. He seriously fucking did. Like, people are, like, pissed at Chris Rock. And I just, like...
For what?
Like, people are so mad at Chris Rock for, like, making fun of his wife and, like, making fun of a black woman. And it's like... Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no.
No, it's like there are definitely people who are very much on Will Smith's side.
That's
and not
crazy.
Chris Rock's. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we're carving ourselves in that demographic, people.
Yeah, I guess we're drawing lines in the sand.
No kidding.
It's like, I understand too if there are lines that you don't cross, like maybe Chris Rock isn't as up to date on everything. Like, I didn't learn everything involved until today, of course, so maybe he did too.
Mm-hmm.
But like the fact that Jada is also out on like her own show talking about, and I don't know honestly any of the really details about this, but like talking about the condition that she is going through, like she does have alopecia and is like dealing with that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know really her stance on it. I just know that she's like has come out on her show and like talked about the condition and things like that. And so it could be a very sensitive subject that she's been public about. And in that case, him coming on national TV and like doing a jab at it, I could see that being in bad taste.
See, I definitely see that too. There's validity in that. And I don't want to say that she's not valid for being upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like different ways to handle it. And like just expressing how upset the joke made her feel, I feel like would have done 10 times more in solving the overall problem.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I don't think she like handled, like, she has the right to be upset. He didn't have the right to go punch him in the face and scream at him because of whatever.
Totally true. Totally true. There's bad on either side, and so I can see the contention and the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Cat tone. Hi, baby.
And pause for cat tone. Oh, room tone.
My name is Maddie. We had a really fun time with Bubbles and cats earlier this week. They're very squeaky and cute. Ooh, and we rewatched Jackass Forever for the third time, and it was still as fun as the first time. So go watch it, please, so they make more.
I think they'll make more.
Oh, I think they really should.
I think they're gonna make more with them less in it,
Yeah.
but like definitely facilitating.
Yeah, I think it's gonna like start a new like generation, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
The new generation of
Yeah.
Jackass.
That's so cute.
That's
very
insane.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. My name is Austin Rapezza. I'm an amateur filmmaker, and I have yet to see Everything Everywhere All at Once, and that makes me sad.
Soon. You said it
Yes.
comes out next week?
It comes out next week.
Nice.
I misunderstood when the release date was. They were doing like a private showing. The first date that I thought, and I just took that as the date that they're going to show.
Got yourself all
Right.
amped up.
Yeah, I
Sad.
really did.
Well, maybe at the time of this episode's release,
Mm.
you will have seen it.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
I also still really want to see X too.
Yeah.
intrigued.
I'm intrigued
Yeah.
by X.
I'm intrigued to see it.
I heard nothing but good things, like crazy good things.
Hell yeah. I would like for it to be one of those horror movies that's better than the trailer makes you think it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's always a downer.
Agreed.
Trailers are so amped up.
Yeah, and I feel like the trailer is boring. So that's why.
That's
it made
fair,
me
yeah.
intrigued. It made me interested. Thought the vibe was really funny. 'Cause it
Yeah.
reminded me of like Friday the 13th, and you know the whole shtick about like don't have sex or
Yeah.
else you'll get killed, and the whole thing is like they're all having sex.
Right.
I think the trailer did exactly what I think a trailer should do. It left me wanting more. So I'm like, I don't really know
That's
exactly
fair.
what this movie's going to be. I don't know entirely how scary it's going to be, but this trailer is kind of boring, but it definitely sheds some light on the premise. And now I want to go see what's going on. I'm excited to make a trailer for this project.
Are we going to make a trailer?
I think so.
Totally.
Fun.
My name's Austin Swain. I'm an animator and I work in the commercial video production world. And I'm just here to sing a happy song.
You know what I noticed? You said animator.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, is that your official title? Which I agree full-heartedly. I think that fits you so hard.
I'm a video producer by trade. I'm an animator by passion.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been thinking a lot about like my dream job,
Mm-hmm.
and I think if it had the word animator in it, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm not really sure where that lands me, but I just enjoy like being able to make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Is really cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You
And
do
you're
great.
good at it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've loved all of your animations.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
They're good fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I get to do a lot of it in the commercial world, but to be able to kind of do that fully and like devote myself to that fully, there's a lot that can go into video
Mm-hmm.
and marketing in general.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm fascinated by it, and I hope to explore more of it.
Well, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I told you this before. If I could have like a goal for you in your career, it would be for you to create the title sequence in a James Bond movie. That's when I know
Damn.
like that's I can see you doing that. That'd be
Wow.
like the
High
pinnacle of
praise.
your career. Don't get me wrong. Like there's a lot to learn with that. I'm not
Oh,
saying
yeah.
it would be easy.
Yeah, someday maybe.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I can see that for you. I can see that for your future.
That is massively high praise.
Yeah.
Cute.
That would feel like a peak for me.
No kidding.
Like if I was able to accomplish something like that,
Yeah.
I very much look forward to it.
Just imagine the render time and all of that.
Oh my god. I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I was just watching VFX artists react,
Mhm.
talking about Shang-Chi and like the water, like the 3D water that was needed for that movie. VFX artists react on the Corridor Digital channel.
Mhm.
If you're interested in like the process and just thinking about movies in the way that they're made, definitely check that shit out.
I
Great.
love how Asian you said Shang-Chi. Did you catch
Did
that?
I say it wrong?
No, you didn't.
You just said it really Asian.
I've been trying to pay words the respect of which they're from.
And I respect it. I
Yeah,
respect
I'm
it.
not making fun of it.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that
For
you
our
did.
audience, Swain, would you mind explaining what rendering is? I realize that maybe there are some people out there who aren't
Yeah,
video production.
totally.
Yeah. Rendering is essentially the process of your computer taking the big wet ball of clay that you've been mashing together for the last forever to create something. It's your computer saying, okay, you no longer have the ability to control any of this. I'm just going to smush it all together into a nice compact little thing. And that's what it's going to look like forever. And so it takes a lot of time and computing power. And that's, so video production in essence is just you bringing together all these video clips and music and audio and
Various elements.
and various adjustments and elements and things like that. And it's your computer saying, okay, you can no longer move any of this stuff. All that stuff is just smushed together and here's what it looks like. So that's what rendering is. And for things like oceans that turn into dragons and fight people, there's a lot of layers and pieces of little tiny wet clay that all need to be smushed together. And I was just watching this episode where they had someone who worked on that project and was talking about it and said that it took somewhere in the realm of, I'm going to mess this number up, but like 25 million computer hours.
What's a computer hour?
So like if 2 computers spend an hour on a thing, that's 2 computer hours.
So they just need like a million computers?
Yeah, like thousands of servers all spending like days at a time.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
I don't know about thousands, but several, like hundreds of servers all running in series
Wow.
days at a time to do like scenes for a movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Animation
Absolutely
is
insane.
killing the earth.
Okay.
Sorry, Swain. Let's give a shout out to Luke Milton, who sent us pictures of Polito's pizza looking ever delicious. He gave us a list of his top 5 favorite pizzas as we requested.
Can we guess?
What do you think his top one is?
All right, Swain. I think number 1 is barbecue chicken.
No.
Barbecue chicken.
Yep.
Wait, okay, I'll take the next one.
Okay. Number 2.
Buffalo chicken.
No. Okay, I'm going to just say it.
Okay, that's fair.
So as from least favorite to favorite, barbecue steak and fry, mac and cheese, chicken bacon ranch, loaded baked potato, and sriracha steak and tot.
Ooh. Gosh, those do sound good.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
thank you, Luke Milton.
And hit up
For-
Politos.
Yeah, and hit up Polito's for yummy, delicious pizza that is actually so good.
It is very good.
So go eat it.
Hashtag
And-
not a sponsor.
Not
yeah,
sponsor.
hashtag not a sponsor, but hashtag could be.
So I was born in Kentucky. I made love with various turkeys.
Did you think that that was going to rhyme?
No.
Oh. I was born in Kentucky and I was eaten by turkey. Like that almost works.
You did so good, buddy.
Yeah.
Rhyming's hard.
Rhyming is hard.
But apparently not for us. Donnie, Ronnie, Ronnie,
Johnny.
Johnny.
Brinkman.
I'm so excited.
What a sad crew we've made.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, and David. Yeah.
David.
And David. And Zoe and Carol.
And Nicole.
I'm seeing these people. I'm seeing a lot more of them like walking around in my head. Not to sound like a crazy person, but like I feel like I'm getting used to those characters. So it'll be fun to throw them into their hell.
We named the mother Carol, right?
Yeah, sure did.
That I just realized Carol's my grandma's name.
Is your grandma alive?
Then we good.
Then we good. Yeah.
For any of my family members out there, it's not because of
It's not
our
because of Grandma Carol.
Would you like to change it? These names are still subject to change.
No, it's okay.
Okay, well, you consider that.
I think it's funny.
I think it's funny too because I did not even think about it.
Right. Were you close?
Yes, we were.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
So were they similar then?
No. My grandma was just very strict,
Okay,
but like in a very loving way, I guess.
for sure. Yeah.
Like she treated me like an adult when I was a kid, and like as a kid I didn't appreciate that because I wanted to be a kid.
Rambunctious.
Yep.
But then when I started becoming a teenager, her and I became closer, and I realized, oh, you're just you're treating me like I have
person.
responsibility. Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
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 That's fair.
I like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. Well, cool, man. Thank you, Carol, for raising such a rad
Yeah.
dude.
Hell yeah.
So I'm really excited now that we have these people to figure out what they're up to.
So what's the plan for today? What do we want to accomplish?
Let's try to establish plot.
Mhm.
Let's try to get like a beginning, a rising action, an end.
Yeah,
Or at most a beginning and an end.
like
Or
name
a-
our 3 acts.
Right.
Okay.
I think that's a good goal.
I know we talked a little bit outside of the podcast about going a little bit deeper on the ending.
Yes.
Did we want to dedicate an episode to the ending?
Well,
Or do we want to dedicate this episode to the ending?
I think
What if we just do them in order?
today we start with the ending.
Oh, okay.
Because we've spent a lot of time talking about how the story starts. And I think now, we start with the ending. And at this point, where do our discussions lead as far as where do we want the story to end up?
Mhm.
And like, what's kind of that final boom?
Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
What is the point? That's a great title for this
Yeah.
episode. What is the point?
Or the punchline?
Market. Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about, all right, so David gets his call.
Yeah.
David's at this party.
Yep.
I
this
love
dinner?
thinking of a funeral as a party.
That's what he thinks he's walking into.
You know
Yeah.
what? That could be a part of it. As his final wish or final request, his father asked them to like celebrate his death rather than mourn. That's his personality. He's the bard. He wants to entertain. He doesn't
Mhm.
want people to be sad.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And like everyone's just trying to put on a happy face, but like no one's happy for various reasons.
None of them want to be in the same room with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Donnie's having a blast.
True.
Yeah.
Nicole's at least in proximity to Donnie to slice his neck.
Okay, guys, can I pitch an idea?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Let's talk about, and two, is like some of the ending ideas that we've had along the way.
Okay. This is gonna sound wild, but I think of this when I said his father requested that they had like a party instead of like mourning his death. What if they had a luau and like hold on. Everyone dressed in like Hawaiian shirts, but they're black Hawaiian shirts.
Ooh, those would be hard to find.
And
Her
real Ed,
wardrobe would be a nightmare.
Ed Hardy vibes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's a dumb idea, but
But I just love to see Donnie in LA.
like I imagine Donnie saying like, "Yeah, no, it's a luau themed." or whatever.
Yeah.
And like everyone is like in a luau theme, but everyone's like in black.
Oh my God.
And
They have
David's-
like tiki torches.
yes, exactly.
Sad tiki torches.
Oh,
These tiki torches cry.
Yeah. Oh.
I really want Donnie to be in a black polo and khakis.
He will definitely be in a black polo and khakis. It was a dumb idea, just something I wanted
No, I
to throw
love
at the
it.
dartboard.
Throw it at the wall.
Yeah.
Well, what are some other ending ideas that we've kind of been discussing?
So I guess how I picture this ending is the siblings coming together and acknowledging each other's trauma and just kind of moving past just as like happier people. Happier that they know that they have each other's backs. It needs to have some sort of ending.
Yeah.
That's the ending I picture. I see Maddie smiling over there.
No, it's just crazy how different my idea is.
That's okay.
So I'm just,
That's
I want to
the
keep hearing yours.
That's the campy idea. That's it. That's all I'm picturing. Is
Right
like,
on.
that's,
So-
Hell yeah.
Pitch an out of the blue, like last shot, just like based on that ending. I'm just curious, like
Ooh,
where your
good
mind's at.
Question.
Hmm.
You're not,
Good question,
you're not married to it. Just
senor.
like, what's your mind see when you think of this ending?
I imagine them say that there's like a porch in the house, right? Like an outside deck,
Yeah,
whatever. I imagine them huddled together and just kind of looking down and absorbing everything that just happened and saying okay. And then drive away. Like they all just get in their car and they just leave.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Very
All right.
boring.
Yeah, I
very
feel that.
campy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the safe ending. It's like, hey, we
Yep.
have that.
Right.
I can see that just like general closure.
Yeah.
Like, and the night ended and everyone was okay, and then they left.
And that being said, that's just like the structure of it.
Yeah.
Like we can definitely add flavor and we can definitely make it more funny than how I pitched it.
Yeah, always.
But like we have the base of it is what I imagine.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
fair.
Yeah.
What's your idea?
What about if somehow all the siblings end up killing Nicole?
Okay.
Like, what if, like, the final shot is somehow, like, from, like, ground level of black, and then the black falls, and it's a shot of the 3 siblings from below, and they are, like, covered in blood, and then it just ends?
And like kicking Nicole into a hole or something, like her dead body.
Yeah, or she, like, her body is, like, what falls to, like, reveal them. Yeah.
That's funny as hell.
Like, somehow, I feel like I just want this to be, like, a murder.
That would
like,
actually
totally, like, I just want everybody to be trying to kill each other.
That would
some
actually be
reason.
so perfect.
Yeah.
Like, not to, like, latch, but, like, something...
Like a leech.
but, like something to that effect. It could happen out of nowhere. It really could. So, like, it doesn't need... like us, like a very like precise transition. Like it could happen out of nowhere. She drops dead. Maybe she ended up freaking poisoning herself. Doesn't really matter.
Or the mom dies of alcohol poisoning.
Or that. But at that point, the whole family, they need to come together. They need to get over whatever bullshit they're dealing with. And they need to figure out how to like come together as a family and fix a thing.
Oh my god, can you imagine this group of people trying to hide a dead body?
They wouldn't get done bickering before the sun rose.
Exactly. I don't think we should go that far, but it's very funny to imagine.
Okay, but hold on. So what if we did go that far?
No, I'm
What
down to...
what if there is a death in the funeral, you know?
What do we call it? Death at a Funeral 2 is already taken.
But it is,
Oh, no.
It is.
Wait, does that already happen? Is that already a movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Big time. I actually haven't seen them.
Two funeral.
I haven't seen. I actually haven't seen A Death at a Funeral.
Me neither.
I've seen
Either of them.
I've seen one of them.
Which one?
I don't know.
You
which
can
one.
say.
I don't think there's a difference.
Oh, I mean, like not to be crass, but there's a British one and there's a black one.
The black one.
Too
Okay.
sure.
I mean, straight up.
That's fair. That's
Straight
fair.
up.
Yeah. But like I could see but like I could see somehow the tables turning from like our original kind of vibe for how the ending would go.
Mhm.
Like what if like somehow everybody figures out that Nicole like accidentally poisoned one of them,
Yeah.
because maybe somehow they figure out that she's the one who's responsible for killing the dad.
Yeah.
And then they're all like fucking on edge and they end up killing her.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Boom, baby.
All right, well, we found our plot.
Hold on.
Welcome to the
Holy
right.
shit. We're completely going off the rail from the original, which I'm cool with. But I want to acknowledge that this wasn't like what we originally planned, right? Because this was not in my scope at
No,
all.
not at all.
Okay.
I don't think it ever was going to
I
be.
just
Cool.
thought of it right now.
I just needed reassurance that I'm not fucking crazy.
Yeah. No.
No,
Okay,
not
cool,
at all.
cool.
No. This is,
I
I mean,
literally just thought of that this episode.
Fantastic.
I think we should have always expected to end up doing far different than the original pitch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because
And again, I'm
Yeah.
for it.
yeah. You know, it's cool. We're finding this story. I mean, it literally feels like we're discovering it.
Yeah. I'm down for this. Okay.
And maybe this was inspired by our watch of Little Miss Sunshine,
Yeah.
where they had an unfortunate death and which led into hijinks,
Mhm.
and it can be made funny.
It could be made funny.
Mhm, Death is funny.
I remember listening to that episode, Maddie, and hearing you say, "Wow, this is really dark," or "This is really like deep," but like it's still funny.
Mhm.
Like that's definitely the tone I was going for. And
Hell
I think
yeah.
that's where like our signals were being misfired
For sure.
with each other. Where I'm like, no, we should add like drama, and comedy, and like, it's like, wait, hold on, let's not get too sad here.
Yeah, I feel like there's a difference between a dark comedy and a drama comedy.
Agreed.
And I'm picturing more like dark comedy.
Agreed. I can, okay, so we're killing someone.
That's awesome.
I'm amazed that we didn't think of that before, though.
Yeah,
because I feel like that's such an us.
It really.
I feel like that's just like our perfect plot.
Well, let's play with the idea first.
Yes,
let's not set anything in stone.
Absolutely.
I guess I've already kind of said what I like about it.
Yeah,
and how it lines up with what you kind of had in mind as a baseline.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that kind of follows that? Oh, something interrupts and changes the status quo, and now this family needs to shut out their differences and come together to like accomplish this thing that in the end, in one way or another, can say, okay, and things like kind of turned out for the better and they all went their own separate ways.
You know, this probably doesn't answer anything what you just said. But here we go.
That's the process, baby.
But here we go.
That's why I love the way we work. I come up with an idea, you ignore the idea.
I ask a question, then you
answer something else.
What if the girlfriend had like a side arc where she's like playing almost like a detective plot here, and she's like figuring out that Nicole poisoned Ronnie.
Oh, sure, the dad.
Yeah, and then is also finding out that she's now trying to poison Donnie.
Yeah,
and I said pretty much like poison the family. She doesn't give a shit. She's unhinged. And like she brings that information to these siblings, and they're like, "Holy shit! Oh my god, your wife's a fucking murderer!" And
they turn, and then we get some fucking like a riot, mob mentality.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be funny.
I can, and honestly, we could sneak that into like 3 or 4 shots throughout the short film to like totally reduce it if we wanted to. Like her finding like 3 clues that are indisputable. And like that could honestly just be a shot, like pick up, reverse shot of what, and move on. And then by the end, and she's like, I think I found something. And you, the audience, is there with like, oh yeah, we did find shit.
Oh my god, it's like a mystery.
Yeah,
I like a mystery. I think it'd be fun to write.
People like getting paranoid and killing each other.
And Carol is just in the background drinking
the whole time.
She dies from alcohol poisoning at the same time.
Oh my god.
To elaborate on your story, and kind of, it's always fun to kind of see where one's mind goes. Like, you know, we always try to predict a thing. And so like just me trying to predict what you were going to say, this is where my mind went before I guess you finished. So like, what if we took a left turn? You were saying that Zoe is like on this detective mission and is finding out, oh, that Nicole killed Ron. What if she's finding out that the family killed Nicole? So like, I'm not sure at what point we land in her detective plot, but like at some point the family is trying to keep the death of Nicole from Zoe because she's like the new one. And David's like, oh my god, wait, we can't tell her. We have to like hide this somehow.
I feel like that's gonna be a lot.
I'm confused by that.
That sounds like a lot, because we also have to establish that they find out that Nicole poisoned the father. We have to establish. We also joke of the whole.
You know what it sounds
showing
like?
Up to a funeral. What's up?
It sounds like a movie that should have ended. Like Nicole dies is the current pitch, and I'm like, yeah, but what about after Nicole's death? And we've all seen a movie that should have ended.
Yeah,
like it should have ended when Nicole died, and now I've pitched step D.
I see.
So we'll just rewind.
Okay.
Death of Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want Zoe to become the main character.
I don't want Zoe to become the main character, but like I think just like a little side B plot of her just bouncing around, or even if she was like in the background doing like various things in our shots.
So she'd come in and be like, I have an announcement. And like, as she kind of is telling the story, we'd like flash back to, I found this thing.
Yeah.
And like, that would kind of be her big reveal.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
And is that too many flashbacks or like cutaway stuff?
I don't know. I feel like we have to.
It could even just be a single scene.
Yeah, I think right now we're mainly trying to figure out our premise. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I think we're just trying. Not our premise, but like, you know, like
They act.
It's like we're sculpting right now, and we got our base. Now we're just trying to mold the fine details,
find a rough shape. Yeah,
and so like if we come to it when we're like, oh my gosh, this is too many flashbacks, we can figure out different ways to adjust.
Right.
totally.
Okay.
I mean, in my mind, it's the intro sequence, which I don't even really consider flashbacks. It's more of just like an artistic thing.
Mhm.
And this like look back kind of like heist style, a single scene are like, I mean, the only two flashbacks that we're like settled on then.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if it's just like,
This would be fun to kind of frame as a heist.
yeah, I think that would be super fun.
Yeah. Is that like kind of what you're picturing?
Not a heist, but more of a.
But like cinematography wise?
I guess I think of like The Voices. Ryan Reynolds plays a killer.
Which we just watched and it was very good.
Do you know what my reference is from today?
No. Say it again.
I said, I'm Austin, and I'm here to sing a happy song.
I know what that reference is from.
Dang it.
Sing a happy song, sing a happy song.
We're going to auto-tune that later, make a whole GIF.
Please
Hell
do.
yeah. What?
What's it from, Austin?
The
Yeah.
Voices.
Oh.
It was the song that
yes.
plays, yeah.
Yep. That movie was crazy.
That movie was crazy. It was very dark and very, just a lot.
Yeah, it blew my mind, honestly.
Yeah, you guys didn't know what to expect. Yeah.
No, I had no clue.
I had no idea going in, and honestly, I was a little thrown off,
Mhm.
and I was very excited, just like at how I had no idea what was going to happen next. That is my all-time favorite quality in a movie, is when I'm like,
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue where this is going to go.
Mhm.
Especially when it's horror.
Yeah.
Because then it's
Fuck
like,
yeah.
oh my god, this has the potential to like actually like feel amazing.
Especially when it's a horror comedy.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Like that went everywhere and anywhere, really.
All at
Yeah.
once.
Should we give a
Yeah.
spoiler warning? Are we going to talk a little bit deep into it?
Yeah, might
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. This is your spoiler warning from Room Tone for the movie The Voices,
Starring Ryan Reynolds.
starring Ryan Reynolds. If you don't want to be spoiled, you better turn it off now.
Yeah.
Or
We're telling secrets. We're telling secrets. Counting down from 3, 2.
and
He fucking killed somebody.
He fucking killed someone.
But yeah, him like keeping the fucking heads in the fridge was bananas. Like
yes.
the fact that like I was so bored for the first 10 minutes of that movie and then every fucking thing changed.
Completely.
And it went so crazy.
Yeah,
I really think you would like Censor.
probably.
It's a very similar vibe of like just an unreliable narrator to the millionth degree. Like
How amazing was that reveal when he started taking his medication?
Oh,
And
yeah.
you saw what his apartment really looked like.
Uh-huh.
And then contrast to when he's no longer taking the medication.
Those
Yeah.
like two
Oh my
quick scenes
God.
together added so much context
Yeah.
to like the state of this man.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
it
Mhm.
honestly like made me feel icky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was like there were parts of it where I was just like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
ew, what the fuck?
Like I love that it was actually a good horror too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which full disclaimer, Censor, not funny.
Yeah, Censor is not funny. Censor isn't funny at all. I don't think there's a single funny part in it. But God, is it fucked up.
Similar vibe, but do not go in expecting to laugh.
Okay. Well, thank you for telling me that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was going in to laugh.
Because yeah, the way Maddie connected those, I'm like, ooh, we gotta warn somebody
Yeah.
because it's fucked.
So I guess like if we wanted our film to go towards that route, we totally can. I guess I just want it to be good. That's
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Hell yeah.
So what do you see in Voices that reminds you of our film?
Honestly, for everything that we've said so far, nothing.
Okay.
Other than like I really enjoy its tone and its color palette.
Okay, so let me ask a better question. What would you, having seen the Voices and having this conversation that we're having now about the plot of our film, what pieces would you scoop out of the Voices to add to our picture?
Oh, picture.
This may not answer your question.
That's okay.
The scene when he is looking at his first victim's body and we saw like a spotlight going down in a very like beautiful field. Like it was lit so perfectly. I don't know if you remember the shot.
I think I do.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was very angelic.
Yeah.
I just want to do a shot like that, I guess.
All right.
That would
And if
be
we could do that
sweet.
somehow in our film, that would be fucking dope.
I like
would be
that.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can make like a more like A24 the voices.
Yeah. The voices isn't A24, by the way.
I know, but that's what I
Oh,
mean.
oh, I
Like
see.
if
Okay.
A24 made the voices, I feel like that's kind of what we're trying to make, but like funny,
I feel it. Yeah.
like visual wise.
Yeah, I can
Mhm.
see that. Just like these long, awkward shots.
Yeah.
Like shots that were way too thought out for how stupid of a movie you're
Yeah.
watching.
Right.
I respect it. Yes.
I love that. Just as that should be the back of our DVD box. Shots that were way too thought out for how stupid of a movie this is.
Hell yeah.
Austin Swain.
Yeah. What's the point? David goes to a party
Okay, well,
David Duchovny.
Yeah.
as everybody.
yes, he should. David Duchovny, if you're listening to this, I would love to cast you as everyone in our movie. Can you imagine?
Fantastic.
To get us back on track, we really wanted to discuss the ending. So let's say we go along this route.
Okay.
Okay.
Good, because this idea trumps any I've had.
Yeah, so let's say we scoot along this route of it. This is going to be about murder.
Let's.
Okay.
How do we want it to end?
You know, I guess the thing is, I don't know if I want Nicole to die.
That's fair.
Do you want anyone to die?
I think if I want anyone to die, it'd be Carol.
That's
Okay.
fair. I can see that.
Damn, dude, they lose 2 parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 'cause it's almost like, you know, the death of the father, they couldn't grieve together for that, but now they can grieve together for the death of their mother.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
That'd be deep.
Okay, crazy idea. If we didn't want them to lose both parents,
Mhm.
what if it's not Ronnie who's dead?
Right. So, like, what if Donnie was dead?
Uh-huh.
No.
I don't want Donnie to be dead.
I don't really either.
Yeah.
But it would have been funny.
Oh, no. My boy.
So Donnie would have died.
And we'd have Ronnie and Carol at the table.
Mm.
And then Carol dies in our story. So they're there for Donnie's funeral.
I want the dad to be dead.
Yeah, I'd rather have Ronnie and Carol die.
You want to kill both their parents? That's
Yeah.
awful.
Okay, hold on.
But hold on, there's almost like a little bit of poetic like justice to it, because if we go this route of these parents neglected their children, it's almost like, okay, hey, they're both dead. Now we can grieve together and become closer together.
Mm-hmm.
And then
It's true.
that's like the end of the story. Like,
It's
boom.
true. I feel like there are too many implications of like
The
killing
implication.
off the younger generation.
What if we have everybody getting paranoid and amped up and like ready to kill each other because nobody knows like who has the poisoned muffin, let's
Mhm.
say.
Uh-huh.
So everybody's on edge, and like in the last moment before they're all like about to execute their plan and like stab someone or whatever, the mom like dies of alcohol poisoning. So like her death stops them from all killing each other. So she kind of saves the family.
So wait. Why don't they just not eat the muffins?
Well, they've already eaten them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
I don't know
problem.
if this is the right muffin.
Yeah.
Why don't you eat this one? Aha!
Or yeah, just like if
So wait though, like there's still poison in one muffin.
no, okay, you're getting hung up on the muffins. That was just a figure of speech.
No, I agree though, because I thought about that too, doing like an Among Us. Among Us is so hot right now. This would really sell if they're like trying to figure out, and like they go into this whole social deduction of, oh well, you ate the muffin, so you're gonna die. No, I think you ate it. I put it on your side of the table, like going into that kind of a thing.
No, that's not what I'm thinking. Is that what you're trying to say?
Or like who poisoned the muffins?
No, like
What's the debate?
you guys haven't seen The Simpsons.
Who killed Mr. Burns?
No, the Treehouse of Horror where the house is haunting everybody in the family and they're all trying to kill each other, but they're all like doing it secretly.
Okay.
So
Yep.
it's like everybody just turns on each other and nobody's like talking about it, but everybody is like thinking that someone else is coming for them. So they're like defending themselves or getting someone else before they get got. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
I definitely I see that as like a possible avenue.
And it's kind of like Clue, where it's like somebody is gonna like stab someone with a knife. So
Yep.
like you see that character like figure out like, oh, okay, well, this is how I'm gonna get this person. You figure out why they think they're gonna kill them. You
Yep.
know, like
Yep.
everybody notices weird things that other people are doing and get super on edge, and then like figure out how they're gonna like kill that person to like get out of the situation.
Right.
But then before they get the chance to execute their plan, the mom dies and ends up, in essence, saving the family from killing themselves.
Reuniting them.
Yeah.
That's a fun concept. I like that.
Can I throw out a complete 180 concept?
Yes.
What if we did a mockumentary?
Whoa. That was more like 720.
That's a big. What if?
Oh my God, but they like, I've never seen like an artsy mockumentary.
Yeah, like what if we did like a mockumentary?
About what we do in the shadows.
More artsy. Like what if A24 made a mockumentary?
Yeah, like what if it was like that, and then we still kept the concept of like someone dying at the funeral,
Right.
but like in a mockumentary style.
That might be really fun, but we would definitely have to like think about it
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, I am starting to see it though, but I don't know if mockumentary is overdone.
It totally is.
I think mockumentary is a little overdone.
See, but think about a mockumentary in the style of The Lobster.
Oh, it doesn't have to be.
Whoa.
It doesn't have to be shoulder cam.
No,
Oh, I guess, but that's kind of like what a mockumentary.
it doesn't
I
have
think
to be shoulder cam.
No, but I do think we need to have like singular interview
Mm-hmm.
things, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only change that you're making is adding talking heads.
Mhm.
The rest is all still fly on the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How about
yeah.
this? How about this? Let me add like a weird little spin to this. What's happening is a police officer is interviewing everyone in the family, and they're all kind of recanting the events of what had happened.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
just as a
similar to
framing
Knives
device.
Out. Yeah, yeah. Give it a
Mhm.
Knives Out vibe. We don't reveal that till like the
Yeah.
end or whatever.
Right.
And like we just show it as like them being interviewed. You know?
Yeah, I could see that. They're all like sitting in like the interrogation room together and they're
Yeah.
all still like
Yeah, like, I don't know.
jumpy. Like, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah, that could be an ending.
Yeah.
I'd also like another framing device to kind of reference this to would be like the intro to Imitation Game.
Mhm.
So Benedict Cumberbatch's character is sitting down to a police interrogation and is, I mean, just kind of telling his story. Like, all right, start from the beginning.
Mhm.
And the movie just kind of plays out, but when you need narration and like, or like a joke or just grounding,
Mm.
his voice kind of comes back in. We cut back to him for like a little, like a beat of emotion,
Mhm.
and he continues telling the story, and we cut back.
Right.
And we could do that for every.
I feel like that might be overdone.
Okay, hear me
True.
out.
I
Hear
thought
me
that's
out.
fair.
Let's play with this idea with the cop again.
I really don't want to have to get another actor.
I know. We
Okay.
can switch some stuff out. We can switch
Okay.
some stuff out. Just hear me out. We don't reveal it's like a police interrogation until the end, but during their interviews, the siblings are all bloody like right away,
Mm-hmm.
and you just like know something has happened, but like you don't know what. All you know is like as they're telling the story of, yeah, so I showed up to this party that I thought was a party, but it was actually my father's interview or whatever.
Mhm.
And like when you're cutting back to like him and like, you know, being interviewed or whatever, it's just like him covered in blood. And then we continue on the story, and like it goes towards that route of like the siblings killed Nicole or whatever, and they like hit it very sloppily. And
Yeah.
and yeah. And then like that's like the reveal of like why they're covered in blood, and then it reveals to like, oh, they're being interrogated by the police,
Right.
and like they're like in handcuffs
Yeah.
being like arrested.
I could totally see that. And especially like it reminds me of the episode of Always Sunny where they like die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
And what I was going to say is the best part about doing it like that is then we get every character's side of the story.
Yeah.
Because they
It's
could
true.
all be in separate interrogation rooms.
Yep.
They all could have their own version of how they explain the other characters. Wait, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Like, because then we could use all of the same like sets, but for like different people's flashbacks of them.
Mm.
True.
I could see them all starting with them in an interrogation room.
Yeah.
'Cause
We're
then
not
we
even in
don't-
the interrogation room. How I pictured it is it's like somewhere in the house. Think of like Modern Family, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Like their interviews. But again, they're completely like full of blood. And it's just like, and they're even like almost like posed the same way. They're talking very calmly, like, and we
Oh my
we killed
God.
her.
Did you watch like Hunt a Killer or not Hunt a Killer?
To make a murderer.
I think it's called I Am a Killer. I Am a Killer on Netflix.
No.
Like that's like a crime murder documentary, but it's a comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, like that's
what we could make.
like we
Okay.
could make that.
Yeah.
Like
Or-
we could like totally set it up as like dreary ass like prison like for those parts, but then like have it be a comedy.
I mean,
So are you still picturing this in a prison? Are you like
No, sorry, I meant like interrogation room,
you guys, I mean, we could like do like a true crime mockumentary.
but it's a comedy.
Yeah, but it's a comedy. Well, yeah. a
Wow.
funny...
well, look where we are, guys.
Yeah. This episode went off the deep end.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours ago, you were like, so what about if they all just drive off into the sunset?
No, hang on. A true crime mockumentary. So, you know, they're being interviewed, and so it's still that like exact same framing device, but that breaks us out of like, okay, they're being caught by the cops or whatever. They were caught by like a journalist or something.
I think those are two avenues we could go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like either, yeah, they are already in prison and maybe it's like a lawyer situation who's like coming to get their side of the story. Or it's like the police come and they're like, so what the hell happened here? And they like are explaining it there. I could see it going both ways.
At any rate, this is a framing mechanism at best. So we still have to like write the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
absolutely.
So let's get back to how does the story end? I like the idea of Nicole dying, honestly, more than killing off both of the parents.
Mhm.
I'm definitely like open to like discussing these things.
See, and I'm almost more down for Carol dying for like alcohol poisoning or whatever.
Sure.
Like something not like someone killed her, but like just like a natural death.
Mhm.
I feel like would be the best way to go, I guess. In
But then
my
why?
opinion. Again, for like the thing I pointed out before, just like being able to grieve together on this other parent's death now, bringing them closer together because they weren't grieving together for their father's death.
So you want them to be closer at the end of this.
That's my goal, I guess, because like they're apart in the beginning, so like that's the beginning, the end. They're closer. That's the resolution.
How do you feel about that? Do you want them to be happier at the end?
I would like to reference our oldest conversation about getting away from our sad boy. And I think the mom dying to alcohol poisoning is closer to drama than like Nicole killing herself as a dark humor. And we started off this conversation by saying we don't want to be making a dramedy. We want to
Yeah.
be making a dark humor.
But we can give it a comedic tone to it. It
Oh,
doesn't have to be
yes.
like a heavy-hearted thing. It's like, well, shit, no, that happened. And again, I'm just spitballing.
It's
And
true.
I'm not saying I disagree if we killed Nicole. It's more so just like I feel like I can see a resolution more if we killed Carol. And if you guys can sell me on Nicole, let's do it.
I think another argument I have as far as like kind of following this idea of the family coming together over this thing is that Carol's part of the family. And not that Nicole isn't, but to see them like also kind of grow that bond with their mom while she's alive versus their dad when he's dead, where they're like, oh, you know, like
Yeah.
he actually was a swell guy. Like I wish I would have done more while he was alive. Now they at the resolution of this film, they are closer to their mom and get to experience what they didn't with their dad.
If you guys are both on for that, we can do it, but I totally am not.
I mean, like, like just to appeal to your resolution, and of course, you know, in both of our stories, we can make the ending, we can make it however funny and zany we want.
right.
But I think just like on a very basic level, I think Nicole's death furthers like how we've been perceiving the film to this point, like in
Yeah.
terms of tone.
That's fair. I guess I just want like a clear problem and solution, you know? That's like the end goal for me.
I kind of want the mom to die, just because I think it would be funnier for some reason.
Oh shit! Okay. Well, and if you guys are both into that, then I'll kill my darling.
Can I say
Yeah. Enjoy our new sound. We decided that'd be funny.
Let me pitch an idea.
Mm-hmm.
So what if Nicole doesn't die? What if Carol doesn't die? What if only Ronnie dies? And
What?
Donnie stole Ronnie's body
Right?
because he's just a weird old...
Oh my god, he's like Norman Batesing it.
Literally, it could be because Donnie felt bad that David couldn't like say goodbye. And so he like...
Oh my god, what if he brings him to dinner?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Literally, and he like thinks he's like I just like... And he... Exactly.
He's like, apologize to Dad, or Dad wanted to apologize for like leaving you out and for naming you David instead of naming you something else that rhymed with Ani.
Oh, what's that, Dad? Oh, there wasn't anything else that rhymed with Ronnie.
So you got David.
Okay, so what if Donnie's not crazy? What if like Ronnie's the crazy one and Ronnie gave a list of instructions to Donnie to do...
Oh, shit.
Like when he
wow.
died, he's like, you can't let anyone like see this because they're gonna think it's crazy. It's our family's tradition that we do this. I did this for my father.
Oh
no.
my god.
I want you to do this for me. And like stealing the body, having it for one last dinner.
Oh shit.
It's a secret tradition, okay?
No, see, I think somebody would have caught on to that by now.
But like, just imagine how we could like play it. Like, oh my god!
Like you see signs of that.
Well,
Kind
that's
of
that's how
behavior.
Hereditary is.
But like, it's not like crazy. It's like this is like our old family's tradition back from the old country or
But
whatever.
that's totally psycho.
That's a Hereditary timeline right there. I'm just saying it out loud.
It's a hereditary, but like just imagine the flashbacks of like Donnie stealing the body and
Oh
like
my
him
God.
like dragging.
There's our heist.
Like in the rain, and he's just screaming.
And they're
yes, and we have like thunder.
Father, why?
Strike me, God!
And then
See-
it just like cuts to real time Donnie, and he's like, I really didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
It cuts back to real-time Donnie, who's finished telling the story and is trying to spoon-feed Ronnie's dead body.
Oh my god.
He's like, yeah, so and then that's when we showed up to the house. Are you still hungry, Dad?
See, but like, I don't think he should be crazy. I think it should just be like
He's
we
caring.
We had to prop him up onto the table. He has to have one last dinner with us, and then we bury him on our family farm. And then it's like, we don't have a family farm. He's like, no, back generations. Like, we have to go sneak on this farm.
Oh my
Who
god.
now
the family
owns
farm
it.
sold long ago.
But we had to sneak onto the farm, and we had to bury the body
Oh shit.
over there.
That's gonna get long.
It doesn't have to go all the way there.
Yeah, it doesn't have to go all the way there, but like he's like, no, but like that's what we have to do.
Right.
It's like, Donnie, that's fucking crazy. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
We got to get this fucker out of here.
Yeah.
We're all going to go to jail.
And like that could be like the like premise is like they're like, okay, well, we can't fucking do this. We have to bring the body back to the grave or whatever. And Donnie's like, what the fuck? No, we have to have Dad for one last meal.
Oh my god. Yeah, I could see that.
I could see that as well. And that brings us to, like our kind of heist flashback
Yeah.
detective kind of a thing. It's a way to revisit death with this family in a
Yeah.
very shocking way without killing off any of the characters we love so dearly.
And honestly, I imagine how we can get away with showing like a dead body is if we got like prosthetic legs and rolled it inside a carpet.
Yeah. Or you can just roll me in a carpet.
I'll roll you in a carpet.
Yeah, I'll be the carpet legs.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe Donnie is crazy. I don't fucking know.
Who knows?
I think the one thing I want to hold on to is like the things we've crafted for the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I still want to make sure that like we have the main character introducing everybody. I still want like those shots. I still want like the spinning shot.
I agree.
So like somehow we have to smush both of them together without like making it super long.
And
All I'm saying is it feels like it's becoming a longer story than it needs to. Like, I think we can make these things happen at the same time.
here's my take on it. Whatever we're talking about right now, to preserve the A point that we've already discussed, should probably happen like at some point during dinner. That is probably the easiest way to say this. We want him to show up, we want him to do the thing, we want him to sit down to dinner, and we want them to have some sort of a conversation.
Mhm.
Whatever ending we're talking about right now will likely interrupt that conversation. But it's like, oh, what if the dad shows up and he's dead? Or what if Nicole dies? Or what if mom dies? Or what if they all hug? I like the idea of kind of figuring that out now, and then we can figure out, okay, but how much do we have to slim that down to actually make this not nightmarish?
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
For sure.
So I like the, talking loose. So that's kind of the 4-ish plot lines that we've landed on at this point.
How are people feeling towards them? Do we have a favorite?
I guess my favorite, and the one that I think is the most plausible, would probably be the one we just talked about.
Yeah.
With the dead dad.
Yeah. And then we can keep our characters, and we can even still keep the plot point of Nicole accidentally killing the father, and just everyone's just oblivious of it. And it's not like a main plot point. It's just like a little hint of how insane this family is.
Right.
Yeah. That can always just kind of,
Be in the background.
a little known fact about Nicole.
Yeah.
She's a murderer.
Yeah, I guess, gosh, I got really excited for the murder, though.
That's fair.
I got excited for it to be, kind of a big deal that she killed the dad, and for, them to, find it out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm kind of between the dad shows up and he's dead, or Nicole is killed somehow and they have to reconcile that. And I think a fun way for Nicole to even die is you kind of see her plot of poisoning one of the dishes, and we kind of follow that along for however in depth we need to. And then you get to the shot of her at the table and she starts to lose track of which dish is which. And you just have this kind of
panic moment
in a tizzy, wait, 1 and 2 and 3 and oh no, and someone's switching them and
oh my god,
1, 2. And eventually everyone takes a bite of the soup and she's shaking and no one knows why. And then it's Nicole who gets the poisoned soup, passes out dead. Everyone else loses their shit.
I like that.
They're then they have to deal with Nicole's death, like we've discussed.
Why wouldn't they?
So is Nicole the main character then?
Why wouldn't they just call the cops?
Because they're crazy.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
they're not logical.
Yeah,
I think they would panic.
Maybe we'd find a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Lonnie is just we cannot call the cops.
Okay.
She's stoned off her ass.
Because she's got and then you see Johnny no.
Yeah. Johnny's tripping balls.
I guess we can't call the cops, so now what do we do?
For sure.
Let's hide the body.
Oh my god, I love imagining the 2 stoned idiots in this.
Right.
In this situation. See, this is a situation that I think would be fun to put these awful people that we've just made in.
And I think that's what I've been hungry for.
I want somebody to die.
Which, again, could be any 3 of these. It's okay,
right.
This thing is fucking crazy. Now what do we do?
Yeah.
Right.
But that's one of the courses that I see.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked what you just said. And, them all about to kill each other and then the mom dies. Or I still think it would be funny to make them all go to prison together. To be fair, that might be very funny to know, to go through this movie and realize how awful these people are together, and to just know as an audience at the end of the movie that they all have to suffer together forever is pretty funny.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So those are kind of the 2 boats I'm in.
Well, and again, that the prison story can be the ending to any one of these, and it can be the framing device to any one of these.
True.
So your biggest vote is for the mom dying of kind of the alcohol poisoning, or my idea with Nicole.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm kind of between the dad showing up and Nicole doing something.
Doing something crazy.
Doing something, Nicole.
So if he brings the dad home, how does it end?
I guess I imagined we don't show the trip to the farm, but them burying the father together in this chunk of dirt.
For sure. It could be the same shot of the body getting kicked into a hole or something, which I think is a very funny shot.
Or they just get so fed up with each other that they just kick the body in a ditch. They're just fuck it, I don't give a shit anymore.
That's fair. It would be a cute bonding moment for them to all bury him together.
Yeah.
Because of Donnie's stupid shit.
Yeah.
And to then be wow, dad brought us together after all.
Yeah,
and then it's the most fucked up way for them to still have kind of a happy ending.
Yeah.
I could see something like that.
I just imagine the banter as Donnie's digging the hole. Donnie and David are digging the hole, and Lonnie is just above watching him dig faster.
Yeah. I'm freezing.
Yeah.
Can I pitch you guys a final shot of this kind of storyline? Okay, so Ronnie's body is kicked into a hole. We reveal Donnie, David, and Lonnie just finished kicking him in. We then cut over to Carol surrounded by Johnny and Zoe. Carol takes a big drink of her booze, sets it down, looks over, hands it to Johnny. Johnny, who's like stoned and traumatized, like pushes it away. No, I don't want that. And on the other side, Zoe grabs the bottle.
Oh my God.
Because she's frazzled. This is the first time she's met this family. She's like, I'll take the fucking bottle.
Yeah.
I forget Zoe's like a character sometimes.
Right?
That's fair. Yeah, I still think it's funny that David isn't really a main character.
Yeah.
And I think we should stop calling David the main character, honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
David's a character.
David is a character of our story.
All of them are the main character.
He's the black sheep. He's the weird one, but,
Yeah.
you know, he's got the new girlfriend. But beyond that, he's just a guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's how our story starts. He's not necessarily how it ends.
Mhm.
Oh. Wow.
So the options right now are ruminate on this ending and come back and talk about it, or continue to dive deeper.
I wouldn't mind a little time to ruminate, but I also understand if we want to continue diving deeper.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I think if all of us are into like this general idea, I think we can all like think about it
Mm-hmm.
and then come together and like really figure out like beginning, middle, and details.
Right?
Would it be fair to like request, if we have the time, to request that we make like, we write like a little paragraph of like beginning, middle, end?
We should write a synopsis.
We should write a synopsis.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like compare how they all work together and figure out like the missing pieces of like we can get our rising action, we can get our falling action, we can start to get like actual points mapped out, but I don't know if like I think I want to think about it more.
Totally.
I do too. Like, I feel like there's a lot to chew on. I probably want to talk to you more like outside of the podcast about this idea, because I think I have a little hard time seeing it. And I hate the fact that I have a hard time seeing it, because I feel like there's just like one little detail that I need
For
that
sure.
I'm just like, oh my God, I totally understand
For
it.
sure. No worries.
Mhm.
And I want to see it. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see it.
And let this be said too. Sometimes it's a little hard to like have a really clear conversation while you record a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so it has been helpful in a lot of cases to like get the ball rolling here, take you guys along for the ride. But then like touch base outside and be like, okay, let's like figure this out just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And there's been a few times where we've like gotten to this precipice of, all right, we got a pretty good idea of where we're at, but we need some freaking time to think.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
don't need to like
You don't have to hear all of our thoughts. You can just hear the good ones.
the good
Right.
ones.
We'll get the
And-
idea started with you and we'll finish off on our own.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't go let the door hit you on your way out.
But yeah, I mean, I think if all three of us are on board to have this like be a murder mockumentary,
Feel the vibe out. Feel the
Yeah.
vibe out.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like now I'm thinking a lot more of like what we do in the shadows. And again, I know we're not like trying to imitate anything, but I'm thinking like, God, I don't think about what if we made a movie just like this. I think about, imagine the time we would have making a movie like this.
yeah,
Right.
that's fair.
And now how do we change it up to be something
Yeah.
our own?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I am definitely thinking a lot of like the production and like how we're gonna shoot this thing.
Yo.
And it gets me excited, but it also gets me like a little nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of
Yeah.
elements here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to do that with you guys.
It's gonna be a blast.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, for next time we'll come in with synopsises, kind of like a point A, point B, point C.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And episodes will probably start to get shorter as we like talk less about story and more
Yeah.
about like shots and stuff. Like it's a lot easier to go on a tangent about like a character's name than
Mhm.
about like a specific scene. You know, once
Yeah.
we have the ground rules, we'll probably be
Little
getting
bit
through
more.
them faster.
Yeah, no kidding.
But
Yeah, and if you like the longer episodes,
Let us know.
let us know. Yeah, if you have a preference, we want to hear from our audience because we end up recording a lot anyway and cut them down to like a length that we think is going to work out.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you know, if you're listening to this, let us know which lengths of our episodes you've liked the best.
what length is your favorite?
Or do you prefer girth? Let
Yeah.
us know in the comment.
Are you a girth man? Let us
Until
know.
Until then, pause for room tone.